Hi, today I'm here to introduce you to Victoria Spreng from the Lighthouse Foundation. And I'm going to say hi, Tori, because I know her as Tori. And Tori, welcome to the Butler Buzz.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, sure. So you are the executive director of the Lighthouse Foundation. And I'd like to just start off by informing our viewers about what is the Lighthouse Foundation, what is the mission?
Yeah, absolutely. The Lighthouse Foundation is a nonprofit Christian organization whose mission is to encourage others to find hope in Christ by meeting their immediate needs while empowering them towards self-sufficiency.
Okay. And how long have you been with the Lighthouse Foundation?
I've been there 12 years.
12 years. How long has the Lighthouse Foundation existed?
It'll be 37 years this year.
37 years, and you've been there quite a while, and you've been the executive director for how long?
A little bit over 2 years now.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. So I know you've been busy, and I know from reading about the Lighthouse Foundation that you offer a lot of different programs and services. So can you kind of give us a bit of an introduction to some of that? Let's start with housing.
Sure, absolutely. Housing is one of my favorite ministries and programs because it's near and dear to my heart, as that's where I started in housing. But it is transitional housing, so it's an 18-month period.
All right.
That we get to have families or individuals that are facing or struggling with homelessness, and they come and live at our facilities. We have 5 of them in the city of Butler, and they are paired with a resident manager and a case manager to identify goals and strengths and overcome barriers and work towards self-sufficiency. And so the goal of transitional housing is to walk beside them in their journey towards self-sufficiency and break the cycle of poverty they may be stuck in, or the situation that they may be facing. And it's really one of the ministries of the Lighthouse that has the opportunity to make the deepest impact.
I'm sure. And Tori, this is new to me. I don't work, work in this area. So a family could stay in that program for 18 months.
Yes.
And it must be so rewarding to see them get themselves established, right? Back on their feet, whatever the situation is.
Yes, absolutely. Very rewarding. And there's many stories that someone could share, but my favorite one would be a single dad, who was raising his 2 children. He faced his own barriers and challenges and struggles in life, and was actually receiving food from our food pantry, which we can talk about in a minute.
Sure.
And he was in need of housing and facing homelessness, and so came through our program. And there's ups and downs. It's not a straight line.
Life is not easy.
Right. And so graduating the program and being a huge success and actually being a homeowner.
Nice.
Through that journey. And it really was just the love we were able to provide. He put the work in and just loving people right where they are and allowing them to be who they are while we love them with Christ's love through that situation.
That was just beautiful what you just said. I need to write it down. After the interview, you're going to help me. We're going to write that down. So besides the housing, you mentioned food.
Yes.
So you have a food pantry and a weekend program too. I thought I read about a weekend backpack program.
The backpack program, that is through the Grace Project, which is through Grace Community Church in Cranberry.
Okay.
So we partner with them to order the food through Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank, and they pack the backpacks at our facility at the food pantry and then distribute them.
Okay. And then can people actually come to the Lighthouse Foundation for food distribution?
Oh, yes. Our food pantry operates Monday through Thursday.
All right.
Every week of the year. And the food pantry serves food to individuals that are in need, whether it's in need of putting food in their cupboard or they're needing to supplement, maybe to save some money, get some food at the food pantry and use that money that they would have spent on groceries towards their bills. There's many reasons why someone could need to come to the food pantry. Okay. But it's set up like a grocery store. And so you get a grocery cart and you go through the aisles. There is fresh produce, frozen meats, breads, baked goods.
That's okay.
They get about an average of 95 to 100 pounds of food in one food order that they are able to take and supplement for 2 weeks at home. And you can come twice a month to our food pantry.
That's what I was going to ask. Do they have to have a voucher or something?
No.
Nope.
Just with an ID.
ID.
And then a piece of mail or proof of that address that you live in Butler or Northern Allegheny County.
Okay, Butler or Northern Allegheny to qualify for that. Let's tell everybody, where is the Lighthouse Foundation? Where's the food pantry?
Yes, the food pantry is located at 116 Browns Hill Road, Suite 400. So it's actually the old Middlesex Elementary School building.
Oh.
And so when you drive into the parking lot, you drive around the right-hand side to the side facing Route 8, and that's the Lighthouse side. Concordia actually owns and operates that building, and they have their Good Samaritan Hospice and their office buildings on the other side, and they have been such a blessing to us in allowing us to be there.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'm sure you're a blessing to so many, what you do.
Thank you.
So we talked about housing, we talked about food distribution. I did also read about a financial literacy program.
Yes. Prior to COVID, which a lot of things we could start with, we had our faith and finance class. So it's a financial literacy class where you meet in person twice a week and you go through faith-based financial principles.
Okay.
And since COVID, knowing we couldn't do that, we transitioned and partnered with Armco Credit Union and offer an online financial literacy class called Bonsai.
Oh.
And so it's online. It's very, there's 3 different levels to complete. There's a pre-test, the post-test, and in the admin section on the back, we can go in and see and coach people through that and see what they got on their score before. There's little games you can play during and then after. And so it's really putting a fun element on financial literacy because we're not able to continue to meet in person. And honestly, since COVID and continuing to work through that and now continuing to do the same things after the pandemic, it has been really hard to gather again in large groups to do classes such as this.
Right.
And so this Bonsai partnership with Armco has been a huge blessing to us.
Okay, wonderful. Now, everybody can learn about the Lighthouse Foundation through your website.
Yes.
Any other resources online that people could go to? Would that be the best source?
Yes, our website, Google will tell you everything.
Sure.
But our website is thelighthousepa.org.
Okay.
And we even have tabs that will help you navigate through that website. So even if you're interested in the food pantry hours or what's it like to volunteer there, because the entire food pantry serves about 1,200 households, but only is operated by 1 staff member.
Oh,
and so
my goodness.
we are volunteer dependent. And there's a whole tab about what it is to volunteer, what's involved, and any questions, our contact information's on there. We can be reached easily.
Right. Well, let's make sure everybody knows you do have something fun that people could participate too, and that's a golf outing.
Yes.
On May the 20th?
May 20th.
So what time's the event start?
9 a.m. Registration starts at 8 a.m. and we still are in need of golfers, and I would love for people to come out and support us.
And the weather's going to be wonderful.
It will be.
Yeah. All right, so you can still golf for the golf outing May 20th.
Yes.
And I know it's in honor of someone.
Yes.
Who is that person?
Bill Gumper.
Okay.
So Bill Gumper was a pastor here in Butler County.
Okay.
But he also was a missionary pilot as well. He had a heart and a passion for those struggling with addiction here. And so the family, after having this golf outing in his memory, asked us if we would like to be the beneficiary of that. And as the years have gone on, it's kind of been an undertaking, a collaboration. And so now we get to host this event to raise money for our ministries at the Lighthouse Foundation in honor and memory of Bill Gumper.
And Bill's very happy with that, right?
I hope so.
All right. Well, please learn more at the Lighthouse Foundation website and all about, there's so many more we could talk about, and we're out of time, sadly.
Oh.
But it's okay. You can come back and figure out how you could maybe volunteer, donate.
Yes, that'd be
and maybe you might need these services also. So thank you, Tori, for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.